It's on.
In a 2013 survey conducted by TomTom, it was found that nearly 72% of people in the United States, Americans, and Europeans set fitness goals. But to be honest, who really needs to set a New Year's resolution? You need to commit to yourself, and you need to commit to your health. However, as college students, it's really hard to find the time to exercise. But I know you have 5 minutes of your day, just 5, to commit to your body and your health. Now, I want to share this article here, and according to a 2008 online article published by Kathleen Zellman on WebMD.com, the estimated calorie intake for men between the ages of 14 and 18 who do not exercise is 2,200 calories. Now, while the average calorie intake for women who don't exercise is 1,400. Now, the more we eat, the less fat we burn, right? So I like to think of calories as money. So if you have $1,000, you have 1,000 calories, and you exercise, you're working for an extra $200 or 200 calories, and therefore you have an extra $200 to spend, right? And so that's a problem. We tend to lose track of the calories that we eat during lunch parties or buffets and things like that, and it's perfectly fine. But that's why we need to dedicate at least 5 minutes of your day to exercise. Now, according to a separate article written by Amby Burfoot from a 2005 article published on runnersworld.com titled "How Many Calories Are You Really Burning?" Running burns 50% more calories than walking. So if you were to walk a mile, you're burning at least 200 calories. Now, if you were to run a mile, that's about 400 calories that you're burning. So that's an extra $400 that you get to spend. That get to eat, right? I just want to share these calories here with you guys. Now, with everyone, why would we make the choice? I don't know if you can see back there, but a Pop-Tart has one pastry. You know how a packet contains 2 pastries? Well, you're not just going to eat one pastry, right? You're going to eat the entire packet. Now, it has 219 calories. And while a granola bar, a Nature Valley granola bar, has 180 calories for both. Now, you're better off making the decision of eating a granola bar than a Pop-Tart. In a recent article written on January 28, 2015, Jody Braverman published that weightlifting can actually help burn fat while reducing the risk of diabetes. So that's an example of a benefit of exercise. Now the flavor and the price of fast food, going back to the Pop-Tart example, that kind of drives us away from making healthy choices and healthy decisions, like fried chicken, and it has a high content in saturated fats. Now, that is why I want to persuade you guys that exercise is a more healthy option. So I just discussed going back to Kathleen Zellman, when we don't exercise, we have less calories to spend, right? So I just discussed the consequences of not eating enough. Now I will discuss. Now I will suggest a solution, right? So I know that if we have class, right, then that means you have to wake up at least 20 minutes earlier. You got 10 minutes to exercise, right? It can help, reduce the risk of diabetes and things like that, and burn fat, burn calories. So I just suggested a simple solution, but I also want to share this this article that was published on the Mayo Clinic website this year on February 5th. I'm sorry, and it was found that one benefit of exercise is having control over your weight. Now, I think sometimes, the top excuse for not exercising enough is because we don't have time, and as college students, we know that school is very time-consuming, or a job is also time-consuming. And then based on, this was actually found by Louise Chang, and she says that the top excuse for not exercising is because we don't have time. And so that was a solution that I proposed earlier. Just wake up a few minutes earlier just to get at least 10 minutes of, so you can walk your dog like the stick figure here. You can walk your dog and, for 10 minutes, that's enough exercise. So now to conclude. Exercise keeps your body in shape, and I discussed the consequences of not exercising. Then I discussed the top excuses for why we don't exercise, and finally lastly I suggested a solution to exercise, to finding time for exercise. So going back to the beginning, I said, you don't need to commit. Don't wait till 2016 to start exercising. You don't need a New Year's resolution. You simply need to commit to yourself and commit to your health. Thank you.